majority time people think dosha is a negative word. It's like an imbalance or disturbance because we like to always balance. We need a balanced life, balanced income, stable income. And when you heard about dosha, a lot of people ask me and complain me that, oh, why my dosha is imbalanced. Now we have to be understand very clearly that these 5 elements is comprises of these 3 dosha. So this is like a formula. Vata is a combination of the space and air. Pitta is combination of fire and water. Kapha is a water and earth. So there are like a 3 chart or 3 doshas. It is having a dynamic movements every moment in this body. So that's why it cannot be like a one line, because when you go to the ICU, you will see that the monitor is going up and down. That means there is a life. But if there is a balance, that means there is no life. So in order to live this dynamic life, we need to have a movement. We need to have that imbalance, or there is a change. You don't say maybe imbalance, but there is a constant changes happening. Right now also so many changes, so many blood cells is happening, changing, dying, creation happening. So this is why this dynamics, energy, it's called a doshas. And that is why it is a combination of these 5 elements. So these doshas, these 3 doshas has its own, like, how the organization have a different department, like marketing department, production department, accounts department. So imagine this body as a company, and this Vata is governing a nervous system or small and large intestine. So this is where they sit and work or office. And Pitta doshas, it has governed all the digestive system and all the digestive organ. And Kapha is more upper side of the body, is focusing on the more bronchi, lungs, and sinuses, throat area. So these are the 3 departments. And Kapha is more focused and control and governing the respiratory system. And Pitta is about more digestive system, very obvious because of the fire element. All the diet we eat, it helps to digest. And Vata is all about small and large intestine to movement. We'll do a movement for that. So these 3 looks like they have a separate functions and separate departments, separate stages, but they all work into a harmony. So if any, it's like a family. If the father has affected, the children and mother also get affected. So similarly, any of these doshas get affected or get imbalanced or aggravated. We use the word aggravated, either aggravated from its own default nature. It's like a factory setting. When we born and we get aggravated due to our wrong diet, due to our wrong lifestyle, or maybe wrong country we work, and then or incompatible country or incompatible job, then it gets disturbed over the time. It won't happen in a so-called the short time, but it will happen slowly, gradually happens, and then it will affect particular system or particular organ. If you see how you can relate with this yoga, because as I said earlier that every one of us is unique, but we like if all of us have a headache and we take one Panadol, which is it won't affect. Maybe some person need 2 Panadol, one person need half Panadol. Similarly yoga, similarly exercise, similarly food, everything. It is a customized solutions. That is what Ayurveda talks about. One person at a time, one human being, one dosha at a time. So when you do yoga, so we need to incorporate a yoga such a way that you can switch the slide. When you do, the different breathing exercise, joint loosening exercise, sun salutations, yoga postures, pranayama, sound vibrations. So when you do, as I said, joint loosening exercise, breathing exercise, that will help a Vata person. And Vata person, you can have a music, because you see, think about air. They like to, you cannot say Vata person, sit down, close your eyes, focus your breath. They cannot concentrate. their mind will go somewhere else. So you have to make them an active meditation. Eyes open and do meditation. Keep quiet, and then maybe you can play a music or some kind of, so they can. You need to engage them. Sun salutation, you do very slowly, hold it, and then you do it. If the Kapha person, you do very powerful sun salutation. Speed you increase. Pranayama, sound vibration, mantra, it is very good for the Pitta person. So they need to do slow, because they know their body is already big. So they need to slow down. They need to work on their mind, and they need more relaxation. So in general, Kapha person need more stimulation based exercise, sun salutation, and very Astanga, Vinyasa, very hardcore yoga, power yoga for the Kapha person, sweat based yoga. Pitta persons, you follow the more sound vibrations, pranayama and relaxation, silent passive meditations. And Vata person, you need more active meditations, joint loosening, and micro and macro exercise. You can do movement like this. These are the small exercise, can help our joints, and it will generate the heat inside the body. So that will help a Vata person. So the whole idea about this is you do a tamasic to generate to rajasic and sattvic. So ultimately you come into the harmonized state in your body. So work in that way, and slowly you will see the difference. Okay. So as we are talking about, just now I was mentioning that nowadays you will see 75% of issues of the health, we have a problem with the Vata doshas. Then 15% is Pitta, and the Kapha is 10%. When you see when we are a child age, you will see a more Kapha related health issues. Adult age, you will see more Kapha side, Pitta side. And when we are getting old, even nowadays this 60-90 won't work. Maybe start with the 50 also nowadays sometimes, and get more Vata related issues. It's a memory loss and all these things will start slowly. So we need to be very aware, and we need to be engaged in a purposeful life, so that we can harmonize this dosha very well.